Tom Brokaw was on the air while the country was under attack on September 11th, 2001. Here's how Tom framed the tragic events that very morning.
The magnitude of this will go on for some time. This is not just a national tragedy, but this is a national security event of an untold magnitude that this country is going to have to deal with. The president's coming back, and we are at war, in effect, here. This country has suffered a devastating attack.
As always, Tom was extraordinarily prescient there, and Tom joins us now, also with us, 9/11 community advocate and partner at Barasch and McGarry, Michael Barasch. Michael has represented thousands of first responders who sustained respiratory illnesses from the toxic dust at Ground Zero, and continues to fight for them to this day through work for the 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund.
Michael, let's talk about what's happened since.
Well, I'll tell you something.
That day.
Tom is more prophetic than he even knew when he talked about the unknown magnitude.
Right.
Because we're still having what I call the forgotten victims, the students, the teachers, the 300,000 office workers, the 25,000 residents. They're still getting cancer every single day. They've linked 68 cancers now to the World Trade Center toxins, and not a day goes by without one of my clients dying. It's horrifying.
So the fire department of New York lost 343 firefighters
and
that day.
And now over 205 since as a result of 9/11 illnesses.
So it's fair to say the day is not terribly far away when we will have lost more firefighters after 9/11 than on that day?
Totally true, and it's just horrifying to think about how the death toll just keeps climbing as they add more and more illnesses, more and more cancers to the list.
You know, one of the things that Willie and I were talking about this earlier, what's happened to us as a country, that may have been, probably was, the last time this country was unified. What's it like out there in the middle of the country? Do they realize still what happened to this country?
For the people who came to New York, all the FEMA people, all the students who now live all over the country, the sad reality is they don't realize that their cancers that they got in 2008, let alone last year, have been linked by NIOSH to those World Trade Center toxins. So they're getting sick and dying all over the country, and they don't realize that there's now the Victim Compensation Fund and the free health care from NIOSH, from the World Trade Center Health Program. And that's why I'm so glad that you're helping us spread the word about them.
Well, Tom Brokaw, thank you in so many ways for your perspective, your reporting, your insight in the moment, and 18 years later. And Michael Barasch, thank you. The victims of 9/11 were not just those who died that day.
I'm glad you remembered. Thank you.
The thousands of people who really put their lives on hold to try and help, and then ended up getting sick as well. The sort of ripple effect of 9/11 is still lasting, Joe, today. For those who were there, for those who lost somebody, for those who tried to help, for those who covered the story, it's never going to leave us.